Welcome back. It's time for sports news now. Ayotunde Balogun joins us.
That's right. We're starting off with some football news, and Nigeria's Golden Eaglets showed no mercy as they thumped defending champions Mexico 6-1 in the opening FIFA Under-17 World Cup group game. Kelechi Iheanacho scored a double brace, that's 4 goals, while Isaac Success and Chidebere Nwakali scored 1 each. The result piles more misery on the Mexican nation, whose senior team is experiencing a crisis as well in their bid to qualify for the FIFA World Cup for next year. While Nigeria, on the other hand, sits comfortably at the top of Group F at the Under-17 World Cup.
With a measured finish, and that's 1-0. Well, it all came because they managed to isolate Success Isaac with his pace up against Tehran. Isaac couldn't find a way through, but he intelligently brought Iheanacho into the play. And wasn't Iheanacho's finish emphatic? Very confident. He scored 5 in qualifying. He's got his first now at a FIFA Under-17 World Cup. There's a chance here for a counter-attack. And that's an intelligent ball to bring in Isaac. Oh, Isaac has found Iheanacho. Iheanacho with the second. That is classic counter-attacking play from Nigeria. The Golden Eaglets lead Mexico now by 2-0. And once again, it's the pace of Isaac and the finishing of Kelechi Iheanacho. He showed great composure here, waited for his moment, and by the time he got it onto his favourite left foot and fired the shot away, there was no stopping it for Raul Gudiño. That's a lovely little shimmy there to make himself a bit of extra space. There. 2-0. Rodriguez. James strikes back for the Mexicans. You don't have to hit the ball hard if you place it like this. Right in the bottom corner. And again, good composure. That's what you need from your strikers. And James makes it 2-1.
What a way to start for the Golden Eaglets. Well, back home here in Nigeria, as the 2012-2013 Glo Premier League season ends tomorrow, Sunday, well, the league management company, the LMC, has unveiled plans for next season. Chairman of the league management company, Nduka Rabo, says stringent punitive measures would be meted out to clubs whose fans foment trouble at match venues. Mr. Rabo appealed to the participating clubs to be of good conduct as the LMC's attempt to build a world-class Nigerian league continues.
We, for a start, are going to begin to do those mandatory things that FIFA wants club sides to do. The club licensing exercise will be concluded before December 31st. The next season should start sometime very late in November, but we should have completed club licensing, and that means instilling or insisting on certain financial requirements, certain financial minimums necessary to keep the welfare of players intact and regular, improved. And we are hoping that with improved welfare, the players will give even more than they are doing right now. Then we're also worried about the question of discipline, people doing unsportsmanlike things around the stadium, forcing their ways beyond the efforts they do, trying to intimidate officials and opponents. We believe that some of the signals we've sent so far should put people on the alert and put them on the mend. However, next season we are coming even harder. We're not going to be this lenient. I would like to remind the club, so we're sending out a circular out to them, that part of what we can do is expulsion, not just having them play away from home or put them behind closed doors. We could actually expel teams with persistent record of this kind of behavior.
Now in the English Premier League, Mesut Ozil scored twice as a second half burst, and Arsenal a priceless 4-1 victory over Norwich City to extend their lead at the top of the EPL table. Chelsea fought back from a goal down to beat Cardiff City 4-1 after manager Jose Mourinho was sent to the stands at Stamford Bridge. Steven Gerrard netted his 100th Premier League goal as Liverpool twice recovered from a goal down to draw 2-2 with 10-man Newcastle at St James's Park. Champions Manchester United dropped points yet again as Southampton scored a late equaliser to force a 1-1 draw at Old Trafford, while Sunderland manager Gosses Poyet's first game in charge of the club ended in an emphatic defeat 4-0. It happened at Swansea City. Now, Bayer Leverkusen's forward Stefan Kiesling has apologised for his goal against Hoffenheim on Friday after television pictures clearly showed that the ball had entered the net through a hole in the side. The confusion arose when Kiesling's 70th minute header flew just wide of the post, hit the side netting, and then ended up in the back of the net to put Leverkusen 2-0 ahead. He initially put his hands on his head when the ball went wide and looked confused when the referee awarded the goal, and his teammates ran to him to celebrate. Now, the German Football Federation has confirmed that Hoffenheim had launched a protest and said it will contact FIFA before deciding whether or not to order a replay. Talk about giving a bizarre goal there in that one. Well, that's it on sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
And away from sports news, 16 people were killed today and more than 30 others injured after a suicide bomber blew himself up in a crowded restaurant in the central Somali town of Beledweyne today. The Islamist militants group of Al-Shabaab has claimed responsibility for the attack. The Somali government, backed by troops from several African countries, is fighting Al-Shabaab for control of the country. Al-Shabaab said its target was Ethiopian and Djiboutian soldiers in Beledweyne. Meanwhile, Australia's military is investigating whether a training exercise using explosives may have started one of the huge bushfires burning in the state of New South Wales. The exercise took place at the base near the town of Lithgow in the Blue Mountains region on Wednesday. It was the same day that a massive bushfire, which is still burning, began. About 200 homes have been destroyed in the dozens of fires which have been burning for several days.
Around 1,500 firefighters are tackling more than 70 fires across Australia's New South Wales, including several that are threatening property and described as uncontained. By Saturday, emergency workers estimate that nearly 200 homes have been destroyed by the wildfires. There's also fears that more will be lost as hopes fade for rain over the weekend.
Optimism we had for good widespread rain seems to be disappearing, and at best we're talking about some showers across different areas later in the week.
Prime Minister Tony Abbott announced a financial aid package for those who've lost their homes.
We are, on behalf of the people and the Parliament of Australia, for the heartache which so many hundreds of people in New South Wales are currently dealing with, but how proud we are of the thousands of volunteers and full-time professionals who are out there keeping our community safe on a difficult day.
But some whose homes have already been reduced to ashes are having to come to terms with the loss of more than just a roof over their heads.
I said to my husband, I remember when you carried me across the threshold. I remember having all my babies here. all the hard work that you put into everything for all those years, and it's just gone. And you think, well, I'm 54 now and I've got to start again. But we will. As a family. As a family together.
The Australian Defence Department says it's investigating whether a large fire west of Sydney is linked to explosive ordnance training in the area at the time it started.
Well, finally tonight, would you eat in a toilet? You need to think carefully before answering that question. And that's because a restaurant in the US, a Magic Restroom Cafe, is bringing the bathroom to the dining room with their toilet-themed decor. Take a look.
Magic Restroom Cafe gives new meaning to crappy food. The Taiwanese restaurant, located just outside of Los Angeles, has brought the toilet into the dining room with bathroom-inspired decor, dishes and food. The cafe had its grand opening on Friday, October the 18th, and has been billed as America's first toilet-themed restaurant, with several already in operation in various parts of Asia.
We wanted to bring in new concepts to the United States. We haven't seen anything like this before. So, gathering some inspiration from other foreign countries in Asia, we came up with our own product, and we are very excited that it's been so popular so far.
Diners sit in actual toilets while they feast upon specialty foods like cock over rice and spicy shredded chicken. And the toilet teasing doesn't stop with just the sitting. The food is served in miniature ceramic toilet bowls and urinals.
The way they serve us on top of some toilet dishes and sitting on top of a toilet seat is very unique. And some people even put their purses inside the toilets. So it's hilarious.
Another diner, Fifi Untung, was excited to eat on opening day.
It's really great and interesting for me because we want to something to try, something new. Yeah, this is a good atmosphere for me.
So while some restaurants work hard not to go down the toilet, Magic Restroom Cafe seems proud to do just that.
And the main news again, President Goodluck Jonathan has once again appealed to striking university lecturers to end their 3-month-old industrial action and return to the classroom. Also, Governor Adams Oshiomhole of Edo State has signed into law a bill making kidnapping punishable by death. That's this news at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Good night.